You're right, folks, Alex Mathers here. Thank you for tuning into another video with me on this rather sunny day in Tbilisi in Georgia. I wanted to talk today about a rather contentious issue for many, and that is the idea of getting wealthy, getting rich. And I want to make this clear as I move forward, as they say, with my content and my stuff that I share with you guys. And I want to make this clear as a philosophy of what I do. And for those of you who want to follow on with what I do, and that's the importance of resolving to be wealthy. I think it's important no matter what your line of work, no matter what your values in life, no matter what your morals. I think it's very important in many ways in which I'll discuss in this video to have an aim, to have an intention that includes at the very least the moving forward towards building wealth in your life, building riches. I think there's nothing, I almost said there's nothing more motivating than money, but I think obviously there are many other things that are more motivating than money, but I think having money as a pretty dominant feature that guides what you do and defines what kinds of routes you take moving forward. I think it's important. I think there's a lot of power to being motivated about money. I think there's a lot of negative connotations that are associated with the pursuit of money, and I think it's unneeded and unnecessary. And this is what I wanted to talk about in this video. There are many good reasons for resolving to be wealthy and using that as one of your major compass points in defining your decisions and defining what you choose to do on a day-to-day basis. But more than anything else, it's extremely motivating to know that you're creating a very big, healthy, juicy buffer of money that will allow you to navigate through life without being bitten in the arse by all the things that are associated with being of lacking in wealth, lacking in money. There's so many problems, as you know, I know, that come with not having enough money in life. And there's so much that can be done when you do have enough money. So why rule that out, or why turn your nose up to money? And you might as well go the full slog and say, I'm going to resolve to be super rich, super wealthy. And of course, this is going to possibly redefine what kinds of things you choose to spend your time on. And I know that certain types of careers and professions will be less well suited to making lots and lots of money. So it's really down to you what you decide to do and how you decide to structure things. But I have to say, coming from my own perspective, ever since I committed to making lots of money, and this is just from the heart here, this is just being completely brazen about where I'm aiming. And not to say that I'm only aiming for the money, I'm trying to juggle a few plates here, but one of the guiding forces behind what I do is making a good amount of money. And that's just me being honest, because why hide the fact that I want to make a lot of money while at the same time helping a lot of guys and getting my ideas out there and changing lives and everything else that comes with that. I think when you can understand money as being a note of thanks, basically, that someone gives to you in exchange for being helped, you can view money in a positive way. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be seen as the root of all evil. It's simply a token of thanks that people give to you in exchange for being helped. So money in that respect can be viewed as a way of measuring how much you're helping others. And the more money you receive from your market, the more of a sense you know that you're helping people. As long as you're staying within ethical realms and you're not deviating into unethical practices and you are aiming to get as much money as possible in the right kinds of ways, I think there's nothing wrong with that. And if you are able to make more and more of a buffer and increase the size of the amount of investments you have, the amount of savings you have, there's nothing better for your sense of well-being than sitting on a nice strong cushion of finances that support you, that you can then use to fuel the business, better market your product so that more people are helped, and all the other good things that come with it. So just think about what it will do to your life and your motivation and your abilities and your powers when you really make a firm commitment now to resolve to be rich. It's okay to say those things. It's okay to want to be rich. And I think a lot of us do want to be rich, but we deny it because of what society tells us we should be doing. And when we put money down the rungs of priority and we start to focus on other things, which is fine, but we forget the priority of money and making lots of it, we tend to slow down a bit and we have all these problems that start biting us in the butt. So I'm just telling you right now, face to face, it's okay to want to make lots of money, and it's even more important to make that firm decision to yourself and do it today. Resolve today to be wealthy, and do whatever it takes to bring that wealth into your life, because the world is going to benefit when you are alive and buzzing on that flight of wealth that is coming to you. You're not going to feel like you're not going to be motivated enough. You're not going to feel that buzzing sense of creativity that comes with knowing that you've got your finances covered, knowing that you have a decent amount of finances that you're sitting on. And it's going to be an ongoing thing. It'll never end, this pursuit, of course, of money. But this is not to say that you should be keeping up with the Joneses and trying to emulate everyone else. This is just to say that you want to maintain a solid torrent of income coming in, and you want to have plenty of income to put into your savings and investments. And I've got to say that since I started committing to being on top of my money and making lots of it, everything else that comes alongside that, so making good content, making better quality work, putting out lots more videos, networking more, making sure I'm being seen by more guys, has all come alongside that. So think about how resolving to be rich is going to change your life. And remember, it's not just about money. It's not about you being selfishly pursuing money, although that's kind of part of it. It brings with it so many other good things, and you will benefit the world more than many other ways by being on top of your money and resolving to be rich and be okay with being rich, and join me on the journey of making some good money for yourself. So I hope you are inspired by this. Perhaps you just want to hurl abuse at me. If you want to do that, please do, but otherwise subscribe and do like this video, and I will see you in the next video.